בוקר טוב. We're up to קהלת, פרק ח', פסוק ו'. כי לכל חפץ יש עת ומשפט, כי רעת האדם רבה עליו. אומר רש"י, כי לכל חפץ. Hefetz means a will. לשון רצון. כי לכל חפץ, everything that a person hafetz to do, the way he wants to do it. That's how I want to do it. The way you want to do it, know that there is a price for that. אומר שלמה המלך, שהאדם עושה חפצו, when a person does something, because that's what he wants, חפצו means מה שהוא רוצה, what happens? ועובר על דת. And it does עובר עבירה. יש עת להיפרע. There is a time that הקדוש ברוך הוא pays. ומשפט ופורענות מוכנת. הכל מוכן, everything is ready, everything is set, and Hashem, he's waiting. To what exactly Hashem is waiting for? ממשיך רש"י ואומר, כי רעת האדם רבה עליו. כאשר רבה רעת האדם ושאתו גדושה. Wow. When you fill up your bucket, השאה גדושה, once you fill up, you reach to the top, אז באה פקודתו. Then it's the time when HaKadosh Baruch Hu is gonna charge you. So if a person thinks I did whatever I want, and it seems to see that everything is fine, this is good, my life is beautiful, everything seems to be great, and that's why he allowed himself to keep doing whatever he does, same mistakes, the same silly things, telling himself till now everything was perfect. Why should I do anything different? Why should I stop? Everything seems to be okay. אומר רש"י, no. תדע לך that if a person does עבירה and you don't see the payment right away, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not necessarily he pays right away. Rather, when your bucket, כשהשאה מתמלאת, got full, boom, that's when he gets his credit card charged. Hashem az manish. You know, we have the same story, where? By the Mabul. Let's go a minute to the end of Parashat Bereshit. The end of Parashat Bereshit on page 18. מיץ' בכבוד, פסוק ה'.
וירא אדוני כי רבה רעת האדם בארץ וכל יצר מחשבות לבו רע כל היום.
וירא השם כי רבה רעת האדם בארץ. מה זה רבה? It got already filled all the way to the top. זה כבר התרבה הרבה. מה כתוב? פסוק זין, אייזק.
יאמר אדוני אמחה את האדם אשר בראתי מעל פני האדמה מאדם עד בהמה עד רמס ועד עוף השמיים כי נחמתי כי עשיתם.
כעשיתי.
כי
יפה מאוד.
עשיתים.
ויאמר השם אמחה את האדם אשר בראתי מעל פני האדמה. תראו what happened. 1600 years and 56 years. Yeah, 1656. That's the year when the flood took place in the world. המבול היה בשנת 1000 תרנו. Right? 1656. All right? That's when the Mabul, the flood took place. What happened? Hashem Heka. He has patience. But when the bucket reached to the top, Ki rabba ra'at ha'adam, Omer Hashem, now is the time. Fema, emhe et ha'adam asher barati me'al penei ha'adama. Let me wipe the human being from the earth. Why? You know why? Ki rabba, meaning HaKadosh Baruch Hu waits. And don't think that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is gonna just let things go. Kol ha'omer Hashem vatran yevatru bnei me'av. Whoever says or thinks, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he's just gonna let things go. Yevatru bnei me'av. כמו שאתה אומר, you go to a surgery, you have something in your stomach, they open the stomach and they cut half of your stomach. What's wrong? Nothing. ככה אומרים? לא, מה פתאום? מי שאומר שהקדוש ברוך הוא ותרן, whoever says or he thinks that הקדוש ברוך הוא מבטא, he just let things go, he's playing with his own life. על החיים שלו משחק. Because הקדוש ברוך הוא doesn't skip anything. And he doesn't let anything go. כלום. There is תשובה, בוודאי. If you do תשובה, there is תשובה for everything in the world. But I'm talking about people that they don't do תשובה. ויש להם עבירות. Once the bucket fills to the top, boom, that's when the punishment gets done. Let's go to another place in Parashat Lech Lecha, when Hashem spoke to Abraham Avinu bebrit ben habetarim. On page 39, Isaac. Pasuk Tet Zayin. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is talking to Abraham. And he's telling Abraham, Abraham, you should know that your children, they're going to go in exile. You begalut. As a galut, they're going to be slaves. They're going to work for 400 years in a foreign land for 400 years. But guess what? After 400 years, I'm going to let them out, and they're going to come out with a chush gadol, and that nation that they're going to make Am Yisrael work. And they're going to torture them, I will punish them. Right? Aval, you should know, now it's not the time for you and your children to get Eretz Israel. He tells them, Eretz Israel belongs to you. But your children, they're not going to get it now. Do you know when? Pasuk Tet Zayin, Bechavod Isaac. A little louder.
דור רביעי ישובו הנה, כי לא שלם עוון האמורי עד הנה.
ודור רביעי ישובו הנה. Do you know when or who of your children is going to come to Eretz Israel and going to get this land? Your fourth generation. ודור רביעי ישובו, הדור הרביעי. That's the door. That's the generation, meaning the generation that could go down to Mitzrayim, count. No, the generation that came down to Mitzrayim, from Yehuda, from the Shvatim, they came down to Mitzrayim. Count 4 generations, the fourth generation, they're the ones who are going to enter Eretz Israel, and they're going to get it. Why 4 generations? Why to wait so long? You know why? כי לא שלם עוון האמורי עד הנה. תראו, Yehuda came down to Mitzrayim along with his son Peretz. Peretz היה במצרים. מי היה איתו? His own son, Hetzron. And who did Hetzron have? Caleb ben Yefune. Caleb זה היה הבן של חצרון, חצרון הבן של פרץ, פרץ הבן של יהודה. Caleb is the 4th generation from Yehuda, and he came to Eretz Israel. Now, why 4 generations? The Umar Merashi Lemata. Isaac, you want to read? On page 40. כי לא שלם עוון האמורי עד הנה. אומר רש"י, go ahead. Speak up.
להיות משתלח
משתלח.
מארצו עד אותו זמן.
Stop a second. אומר, because לא שלם עוון האמורי. האמורי are the nations who lived in Eretz Canaan at that time. אומר הקדוש ברוך הוא, I cannot kick them out.
The bucket isn't full yet.
I cannot kick these nations out of Eretz Israel yet. Why? כי לא שלם. מה זה לא שלם, אבי?
The bucket is not full yet.
It's not full yet. So if their bucket is not full yet, I cannot kick them out. Do you know how long it will take them to fill the bucket and then I'll be able to kick them out? It's going to take 4 generations. But after 4 generations, that's the time where the bucket is going to reach to the top. That's when I will kick them out. אומר רש"י, תראו מה כתוב, שאין הקדוש ברוך הוא נפרד מאומה. Don't think that it's only for individuals. It's also nations. Individual, it's one court case, and then there is, Hashem takes the whole nation, and he takes all their actions, and all their deeds. Tov Ora. Let's see how they behave. Based on how the nations, how the people in that country live, how they behave, that's how HaKadosh Baruch Hu waits to punish. Do you hear Makatup? Do you hear? Not only individuals. If you see countries, if you see cities, things are happening. Fire just, what happened?
No, Las Vegas got washed up.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, all washed up.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. See, we don't watch anything.
It's for my business.
Oh, okay, that's
Go
good.
travel.
Oh, so that's good.
That's good. For
Okay.
me.
Yeah, good for you. Everything is for you. ברוך השם, בשביל נברא העולם. Anyway, Ivy. So מה כתוב לנו פה? You see from here, הקדוש ברוך הוא, if you see things, if you see a city got damaged big time, how they call it, Mother Nature?
Yeah.
I feel bad for that mother. You know, when we say mother, it's the most, it's when you talk about mother, it means pity. The Hamim. You know, the Shekhinah calls Ima. Mama Rachel. Ima is the person that has the most pity. And they turned that pity to the worst. Mother Nature. I said Mother Nature. Mother Nature is nothing is but the Mother Nature. Don't get the Mother Nature upset because then she's going to come to you. Mother is good. Mother wakes up every night to the children. The mother cannot. Do you ever see a mother eats and then she feeds the kids? Never. It's always, this is how it works. She feeds the kids, she doesn't eat. She feeds the husband and the kids, and she doesn't eat. After the kids are sitting down and having dinner, that's when she starts eating. That's mother. And they turn mother. Mother Nature is very upset. Say, hello, Mother Nature. Your Avirot came up, and you fill up your bucket, and your Avirot are punishing you. It's no mother nature. The שטויות מה שמדברים. But let's continue. על כל פנים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, אומר רש"י, אין הקדוש ברוך הוא נפרע מאומה עד שתתמלא שאתה. You hear this? The nation has to fill up their own bucket. That's when HaKadosh Baruch Hu hits that specific nation and country. Omer HaKadosh Baruch Hu Abraham, I would love to give you children in Eretz Israel. But for me to give you children in Eretz Canaan and Eretz Israel, I have to kick these nations out of here. I don't have a good reason. I'm going to have to wait. Yeah, 2, 3.
So that is 4 generations the standard?
No. HaKadosh Baruch Hu knew how long it takes. It's going to take this, the Amori, to fill up their bucket, and that's what happened.
Does everybody have a different bucket?
Yes, Sodom, 52 years.
Uh-huh. The Arabs,
52 years.
Since
Sodom,
it was founded?
yeah. 52 years. Any doubts?
No, seems very short.
Sodom, they did it very quick.
yeah, you would think it was a year.
So they had the same bucket. They just filled it quicker.
They were very quick.
No, I
They
mean,
did so many averot. And more than that, it's also weird they did the averot. In the palace של המלך, ארץ ישראל, זה הארמון של המלך. And that's why Hashem there punished that till today, you cannot plant anything in Sodom. גופרית ומלח, שרפה כל ארצה. Hashem put salt and tar, and nothing could fix. Sodom till today, you cannot plant anything with there. ארמון של המלך, meaning, not only they did avirot, but where they did avirot also. That's another sin. Doing a sin in Eretz Israel is not the same thing like in America. Eretz Israel, just slap to the king's face. Just slap to the king's face right there. That's why the punishment gets a little faster and much harder. The same thing also the mitzvot. It's Eretz Israel.
But the Kanani had 400 years, more than that, there. But do you think they were doing anything better than Sodom? 400 years?
Well, that's why I trust HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He knows what he's doing. That's why I'm not God. He knows what to do. Sodom, they got punished 52 years after. It's pretty new. It was a pretty new city. But the averot that they did was terrible.
Amori just didn't invite us to go through this. What did Amori do?
Avodah Zarah.
Avodah Zarah?
Yeah.
They're not Jewish.
Sheva mitzvot b'nei Noach is Avodah Zarah also.
Avodah Zarah,
Yeah. Avodah
So
Zarah.
that's what the sin. Amori.
I believe there was more than Avodah Zarah. But I'm just telling you, compared to Sodom, they were
The least.
they were so bad in Sodom. מה כתוב? כתוב, Sodom Amorah, you know what? Even in Sodom it says Kirabah. Watch this. Let's go a minute to Parashat Vayera, page 47. Steve, you want to read?
Sure.
Pasuk Chaf. Yeah, see also over there it says the same thing.
ויאמר אדוני זעקת סדום ועמורה כי רבה כבדה מאוד.
Wow. זעקת סדום ועמורה כי רבה. ראיתם מה כתוב פה? The scream and the pain that I hear from that city, it's so hard, it's so big, it's so heavy. בחטאתם כי כבדה מאוד, כל כך כבד. 52 years, they did everything so quick. כתוב פה. You know, more than that, it says in Parashat Lech Lecha, if you look in Parashat Lech Lecha, on page 35, Pasuk Gimel, Avi Haber, Bechavod. You have it, Isaac? Let's go.
ואנשי סדום רעים וחטאים לאדוני מאוד.
ואנשי סדום, רעים, אומר רש"י למטה, רעים בגופם. Isaac, you see that? Rashi, on the right column. 5 lines from the bottom. אומר רש"י, ואנשי סדום רעים, רעים בגופם, adultery, וחטאים בממונם, stealing, להשם מאוד, יודעים ריבונם, they know their God, ומתכוונים למרוד בו. They do עבירות specifically just to rebel against him. יש עבירות, you know, a guy is stealing. What can I do? My parnasa is a little tight. Okay, what can I do? That's not the case. They did because they want to, they did because they had desires, and they did also because they did just because. Because what? Against Hashem. So that's the difference between Sodom and the rest of the country.
Sodom were the worst people to ever exist.
I mean, always when the Torah mentioned Sodom, they were very evil. And you see, there is 2 different kinds of avirot. There is avirot ben adam lahaviro and ben adam lamakom. The Emori, it seems like shayu avirot ben adam lamakom. Between them and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, worship idols, adultery, aver minachai. It's avirot between you and God. Versus here, Sodom was ben adam lahaviro. How they treated the people who came to the city was terrible. I'm sure you know the stories, right? You know. I'll give you one story. I mean, this is famous Gemara, Hashem all over. Number 1, you cannot have any achnasat orhem, no guests in this city. No business for any random person that doesn't. That is, they have very specific laws, and they have a motel for achnasat orhem. And they had 2 types of rooms. For people who are very, tall people, they had a specific floor. And in that floor, the beds were very short. For short people, they had a very special floor. And over there, the beds are long beds. And the way they did was, if the guy, he's tall, room 207. Ya Habibi, 207 is a good room. He goes there, come. They take the luggages, nice service. Take you to the room. They don't just drop the suitcases and they walk out. We're going to put you to sleep. We're going to tuck you. How? We're going to measure, we're going to make sure that you fit to the bed. How? Go to sleep. Oops, why the legs is sticking out? It's not nice. Back. They will chop off the legs because you got to fit the bed. So if you're tall, you got a short bed. If you're not tall, okay, you got room 305. That's upstairs. All right, the guy's not tall. It's whatever. Same thing. He comes to room 305, right? Comes in. Beautiful room. But why the stretch was so long? Maybe over here, full service. You go to sleep, you're gonna measure everything is okay. He goes to sleep, tell him how. Joe, if you don't fit to the bed, you gotta make sure you fit to the bed. So you got 2 people in the front and 2 people in the back. 2 people are pulling his hand all the way so he could fit the bed. The other 2 in the back pulling his legs, and guess what? Mafi hands and mafi legs. That's how vicious and cruel were the people in Sodom. Do you get it? So it doesn't take long to less. 52 and Hashem wiped everybody out. Event out here? Yes.
We agreed to receive the Torah. When did the Goyim ever receive to take Shem? We just said, oh yeah, Shem is open and on. When they agree to take that?
Hashem doesn't agree. I love you. It's the same question as yesterday. Hashem doesn't ask you if you want. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu created Adam HaRishon, he gave him 7 mitzvot. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu created Adam HaRishon, already from Adam HaRishon, Hashem was giving them 7 mitzvot.
You
Remember?
have to keep it. That's
What?
it.
Why is
You
it
have to
called?
keep it. That's it.
Sure.
Why is it called Bnei?
If what?
Why is it called Shevet Bnei Noach?
Because
Bnei Adam?
because we did the contract after Noah, after the Mabul, and we do see it. You know where? We said when Yaakov Avinu came to Haran, and when he saw Rachel, Ma'asa Yaakov Avinu, it says Yaakov Avinu, he kissed Rachel, right? And then it says he cried. Okay, yeah, I don't know why you guys looking at it like this. Go page 82. 83 better. Shlomo, can you please give me מדרש רבה בראשית? תסתכלו מה כתוב שם. Thank you so much. You're wonderful. Page 82, I'm sorry, 83. Shlomo, you want to read? You're going to answer if it says or no. Oh, okay. Go. Page 83, פסוק י"א.
וישק יעקב ורחל ויישא את קולו ויצא.
So מה הבנת? שלמה,
Yaakov cried to Rachel.
he cried to Rachel, Habibi. That's the biggest mistake to do before you get married. You don't cry to her. You don't do this. מה כתוב? וישק יעקב ורחל ויישא את קולו ויבך. לא כתוב בכה לרחל. It says he kissed her, and then it says he cried. Why did he cry?
It was a gift.
It was a gift. Okay, it's a nice pirushim.
Because he's going to miss her.
Huh?
Because he's going to miss her.
Maybe, but that's אבל זה לא מה שכתוב. You want to hear מה כתוב במדרש? אבי. למה בכה? The Midrash has a question. Why did Yaakov Avinu cry? שראה אנשים מלחשים. He saw people are whispering, אלו לאלו. People are talking. מה דיברו? You saw this guy? He's kissing this girl? מה בא זה לחדש לנו? דבר ערווה? That's how you behave? שמשעה שלקה העולם בדור המבול, from the minute Hashem punished the nation and Hashem brought the flood, עמדו אומות העולם וגדרו עצמם מן הערווה. The goyim took upon themselves not to sin with adultery. And now they see Yaakov Avinu kissing this girl. It was the first time that they saw. Since the Mabul, the goyim took upon themselves to be very careful with adultery. And Peter Mo'il, this man, he gives a kiss to a girl outside. What is it? לדבר. יעקב אבינו רואה את זה, ויעקב אבינו מתחיל לבכות. למה יעקב מתחיל לבכות? Because they spoke behind his back. תראה מה זה. we put a fence, and he came and he broke the fence. You hear this? So now you know why it's called Shema Mitzvot Bnei Noach, because from Bnei Noach, from Noach time, מה שקרה, they redid the contract again, ולכן it's called Shema Mitzvot Bnei Noach. Are we good? Yes or no? Okay. So now let's go back to our pasuk in Kohelet. אומר שלמה המלך כי לכל חפץ יש עת ומשפט כי רעת האדם רבה עליו. And therefore, don't think that if you did something, nothing's going to happen. Everything HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes in חשבון, והאדם משלם על הכל. פסוק ז', our behavior.
כי איננו יודע מה שיהיה, כי
כאשר.
כאשר יהיה מי יגיד לו.
כי איננו יודע מה שיהיה. אומר שלמה המלך, when a person does something, he doesn't know, he doesn't think what's going to happen to him. Because when it's going to happen, no one is going to ask him, what do you think? כי כאשר יהיה, when the time of the punish comes, they don't ask you, what do you think? It comes, and boom, it hits you. אומר רש"י, כי כאשר יהיה הפורענות, or the time of the payments come up, מי יגיד לו? להימלך בו. Who's going to ask your opinion? What do you think? Should we come now? Are you ready? What time in the morning? Who's going to come to ask him? וליטול בו עצה וליטול רשות. Do they ask your advice? Do they ask your permission? No. How does it happen? כי פתע פתאום יבואנו. פתאום. If we hear all the stories, it happens every single day. Crazy stories. No one was ready. Nobody was ready. And boom, it happened. It happened when he was driving. It happened in the work. It happened in the house. It happened pitom. And people either die, get sick, and it's disaster. No one asks your permission or advice. אומר שלמה המלך, just know, מה שאתה עושה, and once again, זה בלי תשובה כמובן, right? אדם לא עושה תשובה, that's what happens. It comes with no any
Warning.
כלום, boom.
מי יגיד לו?
Who's going to ask you?
Ask him what? The one that gets punished?
Yeah. Well, do you think HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes to ask you, oh, Mr. Joe?
Oh,
do you
can we
want
do
me
it?
to-
It's now a good time.
Is it?
That's what he's saying?
מישהו
מי
שואל
יגיד?
אותך?
השם לא מגיד.
יפה, that's the answer.
Ah,
So meaning, there is no warning. Boom, you get it.
wow.
And once you get it, you cannot stop it.
Okay, but you do teshuvah.
Oh, if we do the Shabbat, that's why we're so happy. You know why we're so happy?
Yeah, but you're not
This
gonna-
Shabbat is a very special
so
Shabbat.
You're still gonna get hit,
Isaac?
though, no?
This Shabbat is a very special Shabbat. Why?
Oh, yeah.
חודש אלול. ימי הרחמים והסליחות. Hashem gives us a month. Allah. Do teshuvah. Wake up to the morning slichot. Come learn. Come. Send me a nice picture. We'll deal by Hanukkah what happens to that picture then. But for now, send me a nice picture. You're a good boy. Becoming a better person. You're more serious about yourself. Shabbat has you're more serious about your life. Show it to me. That's why we got a Chodesh Elul. We do teshuvah. And Habibi, you do teshuvah. Kadosh Baruch Hu muhek hakol. It's not the question. Here is if a person Rasha lost a teshuvah. Then he wonders why. Don't wonder. It's your fault.
No, but I'm saying even if you do teshuvah, don't you still get some sort of punishment? It may not be as severe, but
Severe. I love this.
maybe it will be severe. I don't know. But you still gotta.
אין כזה דבר. There is 4 types of עבירות. There's עבירה שאדם מבטל מצוות עשה, כמו לא הניח תפילין, לא ברכת המזון. That's one. Then there is lav, that the punishment is lashes. Person eats with no checking bugs. That's a lav. Shaves with no, doesn't check that there is no razor over there. והוא מגלח בתער. זה לאו, והעונש, lashes. And then there is עבירה של מיתה, 4 מיתות בטן, סקילה, שרפה, חנק, מחלל שבת בפרהסיה, adultery וכו'. And then there is חילול השם. There is 4 levels of עבירות. So someone who did מבטל עשה, מבטל ברכת המזון, he eats, אני לא ברכת המזון. Why? Too much. I purchased harit. I took upon myself also arbit. It's too much. אתה מזון מצוות עשה דאורייתא. קריאת שמע הוא לא אומר. למה? I'm tired. מצוות עשה דאורייתא קריאת שמע. I say in the morning. גם בלילה. מספיק it's enough in the morning. That's called מבטל מצוות עשה. Somebody who wants to do תשובה, אומר השם, please, אני מבקש מחילה. חטאתי, עביתי, פשעתי. Please forgive me. And it means that on the spot, Hashem מוחק את הכל. Thousands of עבירות של ביטל מצוות, הכל, delete.
This is all between Ben Adam.
מצוות עשה. There's no difference כרגע בין אדם למקום, אדם לחברו. Do we say Salach every day?
People are lying.
We're not lying. If you don't believe the, we don't
You believe it, but the next day, again, even he believes it. This is Shuvah. He believes it. The next day.
It's either you're fooling yourself, not God. Either you mean, I want to change, I want to become a better person, and you do it.
He does it once. He has in his head. He does it. He lasts 5 days.
Good.
Next.
Beautiful.
Next day.
5 days is
Does it.
great.
Okay.
Some people deny that it doesn't last even for 1 hour. The 5 days is beautiful. And then what happened?
Next.
You failed.
It failed.
Yep, and then
7
it came back.
days. 7 days.
Yep, and then it came back.
Again.
Beautiful. Good.
But then again.
It's okay.
And again.
As long your attention is, I want to become a better person.
But he's not keeping his word. He keeps falling. After time number 20, he doesn't look. Wow, 20 times. This guy messed up. 20
And he did the
times
Shuvah.
already. Yeah, he did the
Yeah,
Shuvah.
fair
But
more.
20 times.
And he
messed up
wants to
already.
do it again. He wants to see the Amazon.
Okay, he wants to.
Yeah, and he says the first 5 days he did.
Yeah,
Then he failed.
yeah,
He's not in the mood.
yeah. He's tired.
His wife got him mad, and the dinner came out. Hashem Yishmo. I'm not making Amazon today. Nice. And then the next morning, he ate mezonot. I want to make Amazon. Nice. Yeah, Shabbat. I was happy. I'm going to make Amazon. Beautiful. He came to shul. I'm going to make Amazon. Sunday barbecue. Hot dog with the hot dog. Fine. But he's not against. But he wants to do good.
After 1 year, you go back and go, there were 20 times this guy sat and said he's going to do the Shuvah. And then right after, at some point, this guy messed up.
That's okay. As long as you want to become a better person, it's great. That's all we got. Yom Kippur. We're all going to be in the deads. Yom Kippur. So that's one. Second, yesh lecha Shuvah, and you have to wait till Yom Kippur. That's averot that if you're over, the punishment is lashes. And then you got the third type of averah, that the punishment is death. Mahalel Shabbat, Hilul Shabbat, Skela, and other averot. Sha'onesh mita, there you need teshuvah, and Yom Kippur, and Yisurim. But you can transfer the Yisurim. Instead, no, to yourself. Instead of Yisurim, come in the morning. Maybe, Isaac, that's your choice. That's your choice. Omer Ahida, Adam shahas v'shalom magia lo yisurim. You could take this package and switch it instead of me getting ba'yot, sarot. Oh, I can't take it anymore. It's too much. Instead, let me fight every morning with myself in bed. Wow. Isaac. Slihot now. Slihot is coming up. 5:45. Are you crazy? Not to wake up 5:45. I got to be here 5:45. Stop shot. Meaning I have to wake up before 5:45. And then, לימוד גמרא, לימוד משניות, עמל, לימוד תורה בלילה. It's not easy. דע לך, that ייסורים that your eyes are burning and you're tired, but you don't give up. You got two packages. You want A or B? You choose. You want the A? I take away the B. You want the B? I take away the A. But there is another thing. If you choose bag A, which is Torah and the Tzar and the Amal, I will reward you for that also. Wow. Do you hear this? So it's your choice, Isaac. If there is Isurim, that's the choice. Ivanta oti? But guess what? When the Isurim come, they don't ask you, what do you think? When is a good time? How about next month? After vacation? Klum. Boom. באמצע vacation. Fuck. זה מה שקורה. Yes.
The last one. Hilul Hashem.
Hello,
So
Hashem.
with the last one.
Yom HaMitah.
That's it?
That's it. You got Tshuva, Yom Kippur, Yisurim, the final teshuvah is Yom HaMitah. That's Ahilul Hashem.
Someone that's Hilul Hashem, no matter how much, technically, if he's still walking on earth,
Yeah.
he's not clean.
Yes. There is teshuvah shel Rabbeinu Yonah. He says you could do keneged Hilul Hashem, Kiddush Hashem. הבנת מה זה קידוש השם? הבנת מה זה קידוש השם? Let people talk about you. Wow, it's tzaddik. You know, it just remind me of Alav Shalom, Harav. What's his name? Uri Zohar. שמעתם על Rabbi Uri Zohar? You heard it?
One that wrote that book, no?
Yeah, you wrote a couple books. I don't know which one. Uri Zohar, do you know what's his background? Anybody here knows? What do you know, Mitch?
Was he an actor?
Yes. He was a big actor, I think, in the 60s, 70s. He was the most famous actor in Israel back then in his days. And he was very talented also. He was an actor in a low life. He was an actor, but he was also very smart and talented. And movies, they had movies. And back in the days, back then you have a YouTube and you click and you see and you sit home. They have the theaters, people went, they watched, Hayim. And he became Baal Tshuva. And even after he became Baal Tshuva and he became Talmid Chacham, Abotai, you know, today, you're Baal Tshuva and a rabbi. לך תלמד גמרא, ש"ס, אחר כך תהיה give speeches. הוא היה מלא וגדוש, הוא היה תלמיד חכם, בעל עבודה, amazing, amazing. I remember I saw him in deal. One day he came into my bathroom, we did, you know, he washed his hand, and I saw how he makes בקטע אשר יצא. אני אומר לכם, עד היום אני זוכר את זה. בקטע אשר יצא, כאילו באמצע יום כיפור. ככה, that's what עבודת השם. It wasn't a show. That was Zaya Ben Adam. You hear me, Isaac? So when he became Al Tshuva, so I remember even after he became Al Tshuva, something was bothering him very much. It was about his movies. His movies. He's Al Tshuva, but the movies are out there, outside. How can you stop them? You can't stop them. So, if I remember correctly, I think he spoke to Rav Shach. He asked him about it. Rav Shach, I cannot stop people from watching. And the movies are out there for thousands, if not millions. I did teshuvah, but I got the movies there. You hear his question?
Movies that didn't pass, you say.
Yeah, but it's still till today it existed. How can you stop it? And people are watching, how many visits on your account? That's the question he asked. Are you talking because you spoke to Hashem? Based on what?
Whether he was acting in it or someone else acting in it, they would watch it anyway. It doesn't make a difference.
But it's so אני גורם לאנשים עבירות. You're watching me, עושים השטויות. אוקיי? זה נקרא חוטא ומחטיא. מה זה אוקיי? זה נקרא חילול השם. מה זה אוקיי?
How do you fix that?
Oh! That's why he came to Rabbi Shach. הוא בא לרב שach, אמר לו, תודה רב, מה אני יכול לעשות? I cannot stop it. So if I remember, I heard it from him. אמר לו הרב שach, כנגד חילול השם, עושים קידוש השם. That's what I heard about 20-something years ago from him. זה מה שאמר לו הרב שach. זה קידוש השם. הבנת? Now, it wasn't a dirty movies, חס ושלום. זה לא היה. היה כל מיני songs, שרים, they play, they sing. Before he passed away, they asked him the same question. What about your movies? So he mentioned that he asked Harav Yaakov Israel Fisher. הרב יעקב פישר, הוא היה the bedding of the ultra Hasidim in ירושלים. He went to ask him such a question, Rabbi, מה אני יכול לעשות? It's an amazing answer when he asked, what he told him. He asked him, the people who watch it, it makes them happy? Yes. Okay, תן להם שישמחו. שמעת כזה תשובה? I'm not talking about dirty movies, חס ושלום. שירים, whatever. זה אותו משמח? אוקיי. You need to have גדולי עולם to give you such answers, to take responsibility. You got to have big shoulders to say that. זה היה הפסק שהוא קיבל. אז היה קידוש השם. אמר לו הרב שך, כנגד חילול השם, עושים קידוש השם. You hear this? רבו ישי, אומר שלמה המלך, ובזה נסיים להיום. כי כאשר יהיה מי יגיד לו, no one asks you how it's going to be, what do you think? פאק, לוקחים אותך. לכן מה צריך לעשות? אומר פסוק ח' כי אין אדם שליט ברוח לכלוא את הרוח, ואין שלטון ביום המוות, ואין משלחת במלחמה, ולא ימלט רשע את בעליו. אין אדם שליט ברוח. ברוח means מלאך המוות. לכלוא את הרוח. No one can tell מלאך המוות when to come and how to come. He comes, פאק לוקח. Whether you're ready or not. Our job is be ready. How? כל יום מצוות, חסד, תורה, תפילות, עבודת השם, בין אדם לחברו, give in, למחול, לסלוח, לשמוח. בעזרת השם, when the day is up, ברוך השם, at least you know that you're ready. חזק וברוך.